Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk about this awesome mount you're seeing in the background. It's called the Flamesaber, and it's a free mount that you can get for playing Heroes of the Storm. And it's just one of these cool little cross-promotional events that Blizzard is able to do because they own both games and franchises and everything. And they're able to do this because they want more players playing both games. Obviously, the people who are playing WoW see this event for Heroes of the Storm, and they'll go and do it because Heroes of the Storm is free. But the players that are already playing Heroes of the Storm are getting a free mount in Heroes of the Storm. So you get things for both games, but then they also get this WoW mount, and now they're tempted to go pick up Legion. So it's kind of a cool little dynamic that Blizzard has going on here. Not many other companies are able to do this because they don't have so many successful games that are taking up a huge part of the market. Now, this isn't the first time Blizzard has done something like this. We recently saw another Heroes of the Storm cross promotion with Overwatch, and that one was to get the Genji Oni skin, which was awesome. And we saw a lot of people come in from Overwatch to play Heroes of the Storm. Now, I'm a person who does go and play a lot of Heroes of the Storm. When a new character comes out that I'm interested in, I usually just play them for a ton, for days on end until I get them to level 10, like get their master skin, and then I'm done with the game for a bit. So that's kind of my cyclical thing when I'm playing the game. I don't necessarily play on a huge competitive level anymore. I'm not someone who does Hero League a lot, but I dabble, and I have fun with the game, especially when I have friends that are in it and playing with me. I don't like necessarily playing solo, but sometimes I will. And then sometimes I'll just hop in different communities and play with them, like the Day 9 community. I'll go and play with a lot of the people over there because they're familiar with me and they enjoy playing with me, and I enjoy playing with them because they're all really cool people. So there's this really cool dynamic with Heroes where I could play solo or I could play with friends. And these cross-promotional events make it so that you're going to be playing with friends. And that's the best part of it, because Heroes is a game that you don't necessarily need to know how to play a MOBA. Actually, it's probably better that you don't know how to play a MOBA and you go play Heroes of the Storm, because it plays a lot different than, say, Dota or League of Legends. It's actually nowhere close to those games compared to those games to themselves. So it's better to kind of go in fresh. And it's even better to go in with a group of friends that you don't really care where they're at on the skill level, and they don't care where you're at on the skill level, because you're all kind of just playing together to have fun. And I would say Heroes does a very good job of facilitating that. Now, these cross-promotional events are even better for this thing because you have a group of players who are, say, playing Warcraft, and they're enjoying Legion, and they're doing their thing in Legion, and suddenly this thing pops up where now they can go play this free-to-play game for maybe a week and get this really awesome mount in the game that they're already playing. And some of those players will stick around and continue to play Heroes of the Storm. Likewise, as I said earlier, you have people playing Heroes of the Storm they're already playing the game, and now they're getting a free mount in WoW, and now they're interested. They're like, okay, well, let's go check out WoW, so maybe they'll pick up Legion. And it's because of this that Heroes of the Storm has been seeing a massive increase in players. There's some other factors we'll talk about in a moment, but the player base for Heroes has gone up significantly in the past few months because of these two events. You have the Overwatch event that happened, and now you have this one. And you have all these people who are coming in fresh, and they're picking up the game, and maybe they don't stick around for the long run. But you know what? They do stick around for a bit, at least, and they continue to play, and then a small percentage of those players will continue to play the game over the long run. And what this ends up doing is it creates a more dynamic player base who are all playing Blizzard games in general, which again is a brilliant thing for Blizzard to be doing. And then you have other events coming in. So we've done a Overwatch one, and now we're doing a Warcraft one. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Diablo one, because we did one of those in the past to get the Malthael mount, and that saw a huge increase in players playing Diablo and playing Heroes of the Storm. So why not one of those? Maybe a StarCraft event coming up soon. Either way, they're doing a really good job of keeping their players within their company. And there's already those kind of players anyways. You have people who just play Blizzard games because they're really good and they can trust the quality of that. Not to mention the fact that your accounts are shared across the game. So a lot of these cross-promotional events are just giving you things for all of the games. So you may as well just keep playing them anyways, right? Well, there's another factor on why Heroes of the Storm is getting such momentum lately, and that's because they are really making a push into the esports scene. You may have seen on Twitch that Heroes has been consistently within the top 10 or 5 games on the weekends or during the weekdays, and that's because they've been running the HGC. And HGC is just like a competitive tournament, and it's essentially the world championship. It leads up to BlizzCon at the end of the year, and all of this stuff is gaining these teams points, and these points, it's like a bracket. You know, if you're watching football or European football is what I call it, or any other sport in the world, even racing, motorsport and all that, it's got similar concepts there where these people are accumulating points, and by the end, there is a championship, and that championship is won based on what best teams got there. And this has all been building, and they've been doing a good job of putting Heroes out there to the public so they're seeing it and going, that looks interesting. And now these cross-promotional events are doing a really good job of getting people hooked, and then now they have other people to watch because they're watching pro players play and they're watching these awesome tournaments. And it's been an interesting dynamic watching Heroes grow over the past couple months, because it went from a game that was the Mario Kart of MOBA games, where you could just jump in and have a lot of fun with friends, to being a game that is actually quite competitive and has a huge player base now, and is in turn making Blizzard more money, which is always good for the rest of their franchises, especially when Heroes of the Storm pulls from all of those franchises, because that means now we're going to get more Overwatch characters, because we just got Lucio in Heroes. We're going to get more Diablo characters. We're going to get more of this stuff, and in turn, we will get more people playing those games. So if you're a person who's already playing WoW and you come and do this event, or you're a person who's already playing Heroes and you come and do this event, you're just going to get a lot of free stuff out of it, so why not do it? Now, there's a couple ways to do this event. As I said, essentially, it is you just go and play games with your friends. You have to be in a group with a friend. You have to play 15 games, not with that same person, just 15 games with a friend playing a Warcraft hero. You both don't have to be Warcraft heroes, just one of you does. But if the other person isn't a Warcraft hero, they won't get credit for that quest. So if you want to finish the quest for it, you have to both, be playing Warcraft heroes, or individually be playing Warcraft heroes is a better way to say it. And on top of that, there is a quick way to do this. If you're just like, I want the mount, but I don't want to play Heroes, it's not my kind of game, I've played it before, not mine, then that's fine, because they've already thought of this. They've allowed you to do this quest, just like the previous event, in the versus AI. So you can go grab a friend, queue up versus AI, this is beginner AI, don't take that as like an insult. You're like, but I'm better than beginner. No, that's not the point. The point is to get this done quick. So you queue up against beginner AI, and if one of you can play Sylvanas, that's even better, because she can turn off the turrets, and your entire team just tell everybody to push down the middle lane, and the AI doesn't really know how to respond to that, so eventually they just stack up in the middle. But you can finish a game in less than 5 minutes if you all just push down the middle, especially if you have Sylvanas. And if you have a person in your party who's already completed the quest or just doesn't care, have them play Sergeant Hammer, which is the tank, and between her and Sylvanas, you're just going to push through and win extremely quickly. It's a really efficient way to finish the 15 games. You can get it done in less than an hour if you're really just wanting to push and get the mounts. And if you actually just want to sit there and have fun, then you just go play games, because games are on average about 15 minutes long. Some are longer, some are shorter. So you can get it done in less than a day for sure, the 15 games, if you really wanted to. But with that, I think Blizzard is doing a good job on this, and I can't wait to see the rest of their cross-promotional events with their other games. Like I said, maybe there'll be a StarCraft one, maybe there'll be another Diablo one coming up. I don't really care, but I think that they're going to be doing some more cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to it as someone who casually jumps into Heroes of the Storm and plays around with it. But with that being said, we shall see you guys next time.